Today, we are analyzing the housing market in zip code 80007, located in Arvada, Colorado, within Jefferson County. This zip code sits along the northwestern edge of the Denver metropolitan area, where suburban development meets the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Over the past 2 decades, communities such as Candelas, Whisper Creek, and Westwoods Ranch have driven most of the residential growth in this area, creating a housing market largely made up of newer single-family homes with larger floor plans than many older Denver neighborhoods. The median home price in zip code 80007 is $782,000 as of January 2026, according to Realtor.com housing market data. That represents a negative 5.21% change year over year, meaning prices have declined compared with the previous 12-month period. Zillow housing data reports a typical home value of $837,188, with a one-year decline of 2.6%. While the exact figures differ due to methodology, both sources indicate the local market is currently moving through a cooling phase compared with earlier periods of rapid price appreciation. Homes in zip code 80007 moved to pending status in about 55 days, according to Zillow housing market data. A marketing timeline above 45 days suggests buyers now have more time to evaluate listings, compared with the extremely tight conditions seen during the pandemic housing surge. Supply conditions also show adjustment. The market currently has 173 active listings, and 49 of those listings have price reductions. When 49 is divided by 173, the result shows 28.3% of listings have reduced price, which typically signals sellers adjusting expectations as buyers become more selective. The rental market provides another perspective on housing economics. The median rent in zip code 80007 is $2,725 per month. When that rent is annualized, the total equals $32,700 per year. Dividing the median home price of $782,000 by that annual rent produces a price-to-rent ratio of 23.9. Ratios above 20 indicate that purchasing property requires substantially higher capital compared with renting on a monthly basis. If you want to see how different zip codes across the Denver metro area are evolving with real housing data, consider subscribing. These analyses break down local market conditions at the zip code level, so buyers, sellers, and investors can better understand what is happening in specific neighborhoods, rather than relying only on broad metro statistics. Now, let us look at affordability relative to income. The median household income in zip code 80007 is $176,122, according to United States Census American Community Survey estimates. Using the median home price of $782,000 and assuming a 20% down payment with a 30-year mortgage at 7% interest, the estimated loan amount equals $625,600. The estimated principal and interest payment under that assumption is about $4,160 per month. When estimated property tax and insurance of $900 per month are included, the total monthly housing payment equals about $5,060. That equals $60,720 per year. When divided by the median household income, the payment-to-income ratio equals 34.5%. Housing economists often view 35% of income as a key affordability threshold, meaning this market is approaching the point where affordability begins to constrain demand. Using the affordability scoring framework, the affordability threshold based on 3.5 times median income equals $616,427. When the median home price of $782,000 is compared with that threshold, the affordability score falls below 0 and is bounded to 0 on a 0 to 100 scale, indicating severe affordability pressure relative to income levels. based on the negative 5.21% year-over-year price change. The price momentum classification for zip code 80007 is cooling. When that price movement is combined with 55 days on market and more than 25% of listings cutting price, the scenario classification for this market is market cooling. The dominant market tension in ZIP 80007 is high home prices versus buyer affordability limits.